The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Today, it's Week 12. And we are underway in Buffalo. From the 6. So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field. Orchestrating the offense will be the top pick in the 2018 draft, and that's Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively, because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Baker going to throw this right away. And this one complete to Will Fuller. Mayfield on play action. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Trey Hendrickson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on 1st down, Weber. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. The Bills at 6 and 4 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Weber looking middle, and that's complete. To throw on 3rd down, Weber. And the throw there going to be incomplete. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital, extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
To throw, Mayfield. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Weber. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 44-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 44-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Henry up the middle. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
To throw on 2nd down. Weaver over the middle, complete. It's Hall.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Inside handoff, Henry. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Gay's kick is good, and the Bills will take a 3-0 lead.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So out come the Raiders. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The numbers for Howard a week ago: 4 catches, 59 yards.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to: pick up a first down.
Mayfield on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 46. A run with Harris out of the shotgun as he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play fake. Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Throwing to start the drive. Weber. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Weber.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Harris running straight ahead, and they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield now.
Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Mayfield. And that is incomplete. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. So the interception, that had them set up in golden shape, but no first down comes of it. And in the end, no points come up.
And Brandon, I tell you, in a sudden change offense, you must capitalize. This is where you can really swing momentum in your favor. But that time, they let them off the hook.
So here are the Bills to take over.
Last week they got a good victory over the Dallas Cowboys, and they are in the driver's seat here right now as well. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Following the interception, Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
On second down, this is Harris. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 3rd and short yardage, Mayfield.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
Short yardage situation, you have to wonder if they thought that they were just going to run it inside. But you have to be cognizant of the back slipping out in the backfield trying to find some open space. And that's exactly what he does to the tune of a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
They hand this off to Harris. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mayfield to throw it. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. This a 27-yard attempt here. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will tie us at 3-3.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Free kick out of bounds.
So now the possession will begin at the 35 after the errant kickoff.
Well, that's certainly one way to avoid a dangerous kick returner, I suppose. But you are giving up extra yardage, that's for sure. Because if you put it out of the end zone, they start at the 25. So at a minimum, you're giving up 10 yards to the offense.
And here's a throw taken in by Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. Looking to throw on 2nd down.
Weber, he gets it underneath to Hall. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off play action. Weber. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is going to lose yardage here. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Bills have taken the lead. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front in a 6-3 game.
Yeah, I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
And now here come the Raiders. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now Mayfield lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And did he get in? No, they'll mark him down at the 1-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And really, you can't have a better situation than this. 1st and goal at the 1. Henry will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Matt Gay on for the extra point. And it's up and good to make the score 13-3. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
The Raiders offense ready to go. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mayfield. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Jordan Phillips gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
And he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they got no chance to win this game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield.
That's swung out wide to Harris.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Las Vegas sending out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Throwing to start the drive. Weber. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
On 1st and 10, Weber.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Operating from the gun, Weber. Wide open receiver, complete. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are in for 6.
Well, Charles, kind of the future of this franchise on display right there. You had a rookie throwing it, a rookie catching it, and taking it into the end zone.
Could you imagine if we were in the owner's box right now and we could look at the front office and see the grins on their faces, to see the present making plays and knowing what the future will bring with these youngsters going out and making big-time moments happen for this team.
Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive of 4 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. On third down, here's Harris. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
That's a 43-yard punt, aided as well by a loss on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And check down, complete to Hall.
No gain, and it's second down.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw again.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this one is no good. He missed it. And the lead will stay put at 17. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park, where the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, and that one just before halftime with the Jaguars out on top. Kareem Hunt, the lone touchdown there as he's cashed one in on the ground. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Matthew Stafford's thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. In that matchup, all even in their battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they were much more successful throwing the football than their counterparts. As you can see the numbers there.
All right. right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway.
And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback.
Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. He'll get this to about the 38.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Weber. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Weber. He's going to rifle one deep left side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start the drive with Harris, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Out to the left there and complete to Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted.
And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Throwing to start the drive. Weber. Ertz over the middle. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. On first down, Weber. He completes it to Boyd. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 7, it's 2nd and 5.
Again to Henry. He gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Weber. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. Touchdown, Bills. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
short field to get in for 6.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let it get some starts before this season is over.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Raiders offense now, they trot back out.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A first down throw for Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They go play action. Mayfield on the move to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 41-yard line. Here's Mayfield.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Steps away to it, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking him.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Mayfield now. Being chased out left.
And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
Mayfield. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
They run again with Harris. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll run. Here's Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They'll run with Harris. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10.
Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
The kick by Elliott is good, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And here come the Bills. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
To throw on 2nd down, Weber.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Buffalo.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up.
We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. Mayfield on first down.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And again, it's Mayfield. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. To throw again on second down, Mayfield. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. And Oliver in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit.
I remember throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Here's Griffin on the catch.
And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
First down, Mayfield. It's brought in by Harris. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in here by Fuller.
And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. On second down, Mayfield again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. On third down, Mayfield.
Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown.
Justin Jefferson.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Raiders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed.
Throwing to start the drive. Weber. Over the middle, it's complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Throwing on first down.
Weber. Left side to Lamb. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. Trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll run it again with Henry. They find some open field here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon. At this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 96. He joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list.
And the Bills are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role in those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
And he is going to score. It's a pick six and a Bills touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I'll bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Raiders offense coming back out onto the field. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out?
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee. On second down, here's Henry. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Bills, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town.
Meanwhile, for Las Vegas,
it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead they fall to 5-7. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions.